Okay, welcome back to the Ram Gallery. We were in here earlier today. The Ram Gallery located just beside the main stage in the Bloodstock Arena. And we are here with Mark, who is responsible for all of these fantastic illustrations that you see behind us. Mark, I kind of just don't know where to start with all of this. It's absolutely just amazing.
I did.
So, do you want to, we'll try and face the mic?
Okay, yeah, sorry.
So
yeah.
this was the first one you did here?
This was the first one I did, which was the poster for the Monsters of Rock the year that Maiden performed. And then after management saw that, they asked me to get involved with some, artwork for the albums.
And this is obviously post Derek.
Post Derek Riggs. Yeah. So the next one, the Wicker Man, came from Brave New World, which was one of their albums in the 80s.
And Mark, when you're how are you doing this? Is this pen and ink, or are you using
airbrush,
right.
and acrylic paint?
And is there a concept given to you at all, or is
there's a concept given to me each time. Yeah, I mean, at this stage, it was the promoters of the Monsters of Rock Festival, and then when I started working for the band, it came through either through the management or Steve Harris, who has an idea of what he wants. Yeah.
Steve. Yeah, no, very much so. Steve is just, everything goes past Steve's eyes. Yes. And this is, we're going in chronological order.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, this was the first full album that I worked on.
Yeah.
Book of Souls.
Very, very powerful. I remember the first time I saw this, it was like...
Yeah, Steve was after something very visceral, very... So instead of putting a lot of detail going on behind, I decided to...
Isolate it almost.
Isolate it, put the detail into the character.
Yeah.
And spend all my time doing that.
Yeah, well, it's amazing.
I showed it to Steve with no background at all. I had a plan to put something in the background. He said, "No, I like it like that. It's very immediate."
Right.
So we reserved all of the detail.
This is the kind of this was the Mayan theme.
That was the front cover. This was the Mayan theme. So we got the Mayan character there with the axe, and so this was the triptych here for the vinyl gatefold,
which I have a copy of,
and this is where I put all the detail in, but that was inside, so the idea was you would see something quite simple for the front cover, and then you would find all the detail inside.
And what we're seeing here before us, are these the original pieces of work?
These are prints.
And are these available to purchase for?
These are available to purchase. I'm really pleased you asked me that.
All right, yes.
You can find them online.
And that would be your own website, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just leading along here now. So this is
still the Mine theme.
Yeah.
This was a tour poster done for their tour to promote Book of Souls, and again the idea here came from Steve. To have a shrunken head, which is there's something about where they decapitate the head and they sew the mouth and the eyes up. It's all to do with the mythology surrounding the Mayans. So that was my brief.
Do you know how? I grew up with Maiden records. I mean, I remember staring just at the cover of Number of the Beast for long periods of time, just hypnotized by it. And thereafter every other album, Live After Death, Somewhere in Time, etc. And still to this day, it's kind of like, where's Eddie going to be? What's the theme?
Yes.
What's this? So obviously this was the Mayan, and then we see Senjutsu over here. He's obviously it's a different
samurai.
Who is this? Steve Harris as well, that kind of envisions the geographic kind of the cultural tie to whatever Eddie is going to be.
Yeah, I mean he had a theme for both these albums, obviously the Mayan and then the samurai culture, but he goes in very deep. And he likes to bring out a lot of the detail, but he likes the detail to be accurate to the times. And so we did a lot of research for the samurai costumes and what have you. So,
and Mark, of all of these, which one was the most pain in the ass to do?
This one here.
Can we see this one? Sorry, chaps, I just want to...
Sorry, John.
This one?
These three were one painting, or one one picture.
Now,
And,
these look
He
aesthetically
was asking
different.
me which was the pain in the arse to do, Dave. So maybe this would be a good time to bring him in.
Would you like to step in here and give your 2 cents? Introduce yourself to the people of Bloodstock.
Hello, people of Bloodstock. My name's Dave Shack, and I'm part of the management team of this incredible band, Iron Maiden, and a good friend of Mr. Mark Wilkinson, who we commissioned to do this incredible artwork for us for the, well, second time of a album proper and fourth time for various Maiden projects. And yeah, we're pretty proud of how it turned out, shall we say, and that's why we're here today in this amazing gallery. So you're asking about the Tripitych.
Yes, yeah.
He was asking me which was the,
I said which was the biggest pain in the ass. to
I
do?
would say it was this.
in terms of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I work with Steve very closely.
I think, you know, there's obviously three elements to this. You've got the huge pagoda, which needed to be got right. There's symmetry to consider, all that kind of stuff.
Face that.
There's obviously Eddie, which, you know, various guises here, but it really opened up, and another weapon, etc., etc. And then there's this kind of, we added Mount Fuji there in the background. Mark came up with some of these concepts. These are actual, like, special burial things or whatever, aren't they? These, what were they?
I don't know. I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, the final bit, which was became, I guess, the unfinished job, beacons. The end of the job became about, we need more dead on the battlefield. So it was like, Mark would submit this,
More
it'd be
dead.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. We need 16, Mark. It's like,
Right.
okay, where am I going to put them? Like, well, you'll find somewhere. So yeah, it got more gory every time, but I think the balance is about right.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible. I remember the first time opening that, and I was like, oh.
And
holy-
it's interesting you say that, and I'm actually really pleased you said that, because it is the one piece of art that we kept for that reason. We didn't put it in any of the advertising or anything, because we wanted a fan to have that experience.
But I mean, I've been a fan of Maiden since I was 5 or 6 years of age, thanks to my brother. And I was just saying to Mark there, I grew up with the albums. I grew up staring at the artwork, like Derek's stuff, right through the transformation. Yeah. And it's always been this excitement of what in the name of God is going to be inside when you slide open the, you know. And it's part of the whole enjoyment of, you know, there's not many bands that have that mystique.
I'm glad you said that. And you know, also the great thing is how vinyl has come back in such a big way.
Massively.
Which gives
And
you
rightfully so.
such an amazing canvas compared to a CD. You know, at the end of the day, this is how you want to see it. And we really cared about that. You know, Mark's created a special piece over here that just went into one of the special box sets. Nowhere else. Yeah, so that's...
Was it a lenticular?
No, the lenticular was slightly different, but that was a special piece there. Again, that went in one of the formats. And, you know, Steve was really keen to do the front and back of the album, 2 different looks of Eddie. And we had a massive kind of debate about which should be the traditional front side of a record, as in left turn, versus right turn on the back, you know. I think we made the right choice, because what I really love about here is the fact you've got Book of Souls over there, you've got the straight on album shot there, you've got the front and the back of Senjutsu here, and I just love...
Because of the sparse background, it's so striking.
It worked so well last time. This just felt like focus on Eddie, and then inside we'll bring you all this amazing stuff. But actually, look at the eyes, look at the teeth, look at the, you know, what Mark did here. You know, he researched armor. Yeah, you don't need me to tell you, he stood there. But you know, this little saber and stuff like that. You know, that's proper. Saber is the handguard there, wasn't it, from the samurai swords?
The detail is ridiculous.
Yeah, so, and
I have a 6
very
foot
proud.
cutout that was, you know, in the record.
Oh
store.
yeah, you nicked one from a record
in my
store.
office. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah,
my wife was like, "You're not."
Yeah, don't like that at night.
But it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So look, just to get back to. These prints are available. They can be purchased from your website.
The Book of Souls and Senjutsu
and
licensed
plans
by
to possibly release some of the collection.
No. It's just those 2.
Wow.
Just those 2, yeah.
So collectors around the world would just be drenching their
they are
pantaloons at the moment.
Limited
looking at
edition
these.
and what have you. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, well, listen.
Great to see him with these guitars. I mean,
Well,
fantastic.
yeah,
gonna go on.
we're going to talk guitars now in a second.
Yeah.
We're looking at the photography as well. But listen, thank you so much for taking the time with that. I really appreciate it. Amazing stuff, and look forward to seeing what's coming next. Where in the world is Eddie going to be next? Sounds like a game show. Where in the world is
He's
Eddie?
going to give you an exclusive right now.
Yeah.
Go on,
Where's
then.
Eddie going to be? He's in a flight case somewhere right now.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
On his way to South America.
Fabulous stuff, though. Honestly, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate
Pleasure.
it.
Pleasure.
Thank you.